yellow-coded curfew is now in effect. Any unauthorized personnel will be subject to arrest. This is for your protection. A yellow-coded curfew is now in effect. Any unauthorized personnel will be subject to arrest. This is for your protection.
Whoa! Excuse me, miss.
I'm sorry, I didn't see
You in a
you.
hurry, are we?
I was just...
It's past curfew, you know.
My uncle, he's very sick.
Oh, sick uncle, is it? What do you think on that, Willie?
It's a load of bollocks, what I think.
I made a mistake. I shouldn't be out after curfew. I know that.
Yeah, well, maybe you could look after us before getting back to your uncle. See, my friend here, he's kind of sick, don't you, Willie?
Real sick. Bad case of the blues. You can feel them.
Don't touch me.
Oh, look, Willie, Kitty's got claws.
She just threatened us.
That she did. You know what that means, don't you? It means that we exercise our own judicial discretion.
And you get to swallow it.
Oh, God, your finger, man.
Oh, she's getting the picture.
No, please. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Not yet, you're not. But you will be. By sunup, if you're not the sorriest piece of arse in all of London, then you'll certainly be the sorest.
Oh, God, no. Please don't do this. I'll go home. I won't do it again. I swear. Please.
What do you think, lads?
Spare the rod, spoil the child.
Help! Please, someone help!
The multiplying villainies of nature do swarm upon him.
What the hell?
Bugger off!
Disdaining fortune with his brandished steel, which smoked with bloody
We're
execution.
fingermen, pal.
We're off to blame in this 'tis too much proved that with devotion's visage and pious action we do sugar o'er the devil himself.
What's that mean?
Spare the rod. I can assure you I mean you no harm.
Who are you?
Who is but the form following the function of what, and what I am is a man in a mask.
Well, I can see that.
Of course you can. I'm not questioning your powers of observation. I'm merely remarking upon the paradox of asking a masked man who he is.
Oh, right.
But on this most auspicious of nights, permit me then, in lieu of the more commonplace sobriquet, to suggest the character of this dramatis persona. Voila! In view, a humble vaudevillian veteran, cast vicariously as both victim and villain by the vicissitudes of fate. This visage, no mere veneer of vanity, is a vestige of the vox populi, now vacant, vanished. However, this valorous visitation of a bygone vexation stands vivified, and has vowed to vanquish these venal and virulent vermin, vanguarding vice and vouchsafing the violently vicious and voracious violation of volition. The only verdict is vengeance, a vendetta, held as a votive not in vain, for the value and veracity of such shall one day vindicate the vigilant and the virtuous. Verily, this vichyssoise of verbiage veers most verbose, so let me simply add that it's my very good honor to meet you, and you may call me V.
Are you like a crazy person?
I'm quite sure they will say so. But to whom might I ask am I speaking?
I'm Evie.
Evie? Evie. Of course you are.
What does that mean?
It means that I, like God, do not play with dice and do not believe in coincidence. Are you hurt?
No, I'm fine. Thanks to you.
Oh, I merely played my part. But tell me, do you enjoy music, Evie?
I suppose.
You see, I'm a musician of sorts, and on my way to give a very special performance.
What kind of musician?
Percussion instruments are my speciality, but tonight I intend to call upon the entire orchestra for this particular event, and would be most honored if you could join me.
I don't think so. I think I should be getting home.
I promise you it'll be like nothing you've ever seen, and afterwards you'll return home safely.
All right. It's beautiful up here.
A more perfect stage could not be asked for.
I don't see any instruments.
Your powers of observation continue to serve you well. But wait! It is to Madame Justice that I dedicate this concerto in honor of the holiday she seems to have taken from these parts, and in recognition of the impostor that stands in her stead. Tell me, do you know what day it is, Evie?
November the 4th.
Not anymore. Remember the 5th of November, the gunpowder, treason, and plot. I know of no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. First, the overture. Yes, the strings. Listen carefully, can you hear it? Now the brass.
I can hear it. Look outside, Mummy. They're playing music. How did you do that?
Wait, here comes the crescendo. Is it not?
Gentlemen, you have had 4 hours. You had better have results. Mr. Creedy.
The Bailey area is quarantined. All significant witnesses have been detained.
Good. Mr. Etheridge.
A recording device was found wired into the central emergency broadcast system. DCD was Tchaikovsky's 1812 Overture.
Add it to the blacklist. I never want to hear that music again.
Yes, sir. We also doubled our random sweeps and are monitoring a lot of phone surveillance, indicating a high percentage of conversation concerned with the explosion.
Mr. Dascombe, what are we doing about that?
We're calling it an emergency demolition. We have spin coverage on the network and throughout the interlink. Several experts have been lined up to testify against the Bailey's structural integrity.
I want Prothero to speak tonight on the dangers of these old buildings and how we must avoid clinging to the edifice of a decadent past. He should conclude that the new Bailey will become the symbol of our time and the future that our conviction has rewarded us. Mr. Hare.
Our surveillance cameras captured several images of the terrorists, though the mask obviously makes retinal identification impossible. We also managed to get a picture of the girl that Creedy's men were detaining.
Who is she, Mr. Finch?
Not sure yet, sir, but we're working on several leads.
Anything else?
We located the fireworks launch and found traces of the explosives used at both sites.
Unfortunately, it appears that despite the heavy level of sophistication, these devices were homemade with over-the-counter chemicals, making them very difficult to trace. Whoever he is, Chancellor, he's very good.
Spare us your professional annotations, Mr. Finch. They are irrelevant.
Apologies, Chancellor.
Gentlemen, this is a test. Moments such as these are matters of faith. To fail is to invite doubt into everything we believe, everything that we have fought for. Doubt will plunge this country back into chaos, and I will not let that happen. Gentlemen, I want this terrorist found, and I want him to understand what terror really means. England prevails.
Yeah.